Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. And what is going on in the world of football? We have got an awful lot to talk about. The Premier League is back with a bang. Friday night, Man United opens up the game with Fulham. We will be talking about our respective teams and how they've done and got on over the weekend. We will be looking at the transfer window and to find out who's sold, who's bought, and get no guessing who is doing a lot of business and say no more. And we're going to also be, big up to you, Roy Sentiments. What you're saying, man? Yeah, you're soon the generals coming, man. You soon see them coming, man. Just introducing the show. So please, while you're in there, hit that like button, yeah? And if you know anybody that hasn't subscribed to this channel, I beg you, share this around and tell them to subscribe. Yeah, we want to grow this community. So big up to you, salute. Big up to you, Sentiments, for that. And we are saluting the generals who are going to be coming on soon. We've got a lot to discuss, awful lot to discuss. As I said, the Premier weekend is back. We're going to be looking at a bit of ref watch. Or is it bottom watch? I don't know. We'll see what I got with that one. It was a madness that was going on with Jesus in the game we played against Wolves. I don't know what was going on there. If that was me, that man would have gone back to the dressing room. I would have just got taken a red card. I don't care. But it is what it is. And titles for tonight, or the theme for tonight, does Jamie Carragher have a point about Chelsea? And is there an immediate agenda against the Chelsea? And we've got now back the what's going on prediction results tables back. So we're going to see how we got on with game week 1. We've got an additional person joining that now. So we now have 6 people on there. And also we're going to be introducing the fantasy Prem shout out, which Big D will be doing at the end of the show. But people, please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you are new. So listen, enough of me rambling on. Let me get in Mr. Big D and Mr. Money is, or as we say, Fabez.
What's going on, gents? What's going on? Everyone at home.
Yeah, it's going on. It's going on. It's what's going on at your club. We will be talking about your club. I think it's going to be the main agenda for the night. As Big D said in our chat, it looks like Chelsea have taken over from Man United now when it comes to listen. The stuff I know you feel deep. I know you feel deep. And it just seems like you're just forever firefighting heads, man. Just, standing up for your club. And I get it. I understand that. I see you scrolling over and getting your facts together. So we will be hearing from you tonight concerning what's going on at the Chelsea and their spend and their recruitment and what is the plan and future, as we talked about this last week. Even all panel D airs up well. Yes, families all well. I believe everybody's there. Big up to Junior. What you saying, bro? Big
Junior,
up to you, brother.
bro?
Yes.
And what a show we're gonna have tonight. JP's probably sunning himself in sunny Florida, so he won't be with us tonight. Hopefully, Kofi. Well, I was gonna say Klopp, but it's not Klopp no more. It could be Slot. Who knows?
Slot.
Or Kofi. Spend no money.
Oh wow!
It might be one of those ones, you know what I mean? So hopefully, if he doesn't come on tonight, he'll probably join us in the chat. But yeah, big up to everybody. Please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you are new. And listen, people, we are going to get on with the show. But before we do that, Big D, what you say, brother?
Yeah, man, all good, man. I was just telling you that I twitch up my back and just doing a little light stretching there. The thing just went pop. Ooh. So maybe I was just overtired there, you know what I mean? But apart from that, everything good, man. You know what I mean? Another busy weekend as usual. And I nearly had to put on my black clothes and go and look for a man, you know? Yeah, the cross nearly came off, guys. The cross nearly came off. Yeah, man. Boy, you know already. One of them. It's hard to mess with my mum's, innit? I was, we're not.
Oh, no.
What? Yeah. I'm not going to go into it, but
Yeah. That's an off screen. That's an off.
You know the ones. But But yeah. Well,
So
from that, man,
let your lights
everything's
shine. Let your lights shine.
Exactly, man.
Let us see the good works, brother.
I had to just hang up the black clothes back in the wardrobe and say, chill, my bro. You know that one. So, it's all good. It's so good.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
big
man.
up, big up, big up, big up.
Big up the community in the chat.
Yeah, man. Definitely big up to you guys, man. And we have got a
man.
lot to talk about. What an exciting weekend of football.
Yeah.
It's back. The Premier League is back, man, and back with a bang. Ez, what you saying, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, man. No, blessings everyone, man. I'm all right. I'm not had a busy start to the week. Hold on a minute. Hold on,
yeah.
Yes.
Junior, man. What you saying, bro?
30th anniversary. Let me say a happy anniversary to you.
Happy anniversary, man.
Let's say to the JJs, yeah. If you don't mind me saying her name, to Junior and Janet.
Yeah,
listen, I was Junior's best man. I can't believe it's 30 years ago. Wow,
man.
Wow. And you know what? Do you know how Junior serenaded his wife? You know, I don't know if anybody's seen it. How Junior serenaded his wife. Let me see if anybody can guess how Junior serenaded his wife. There's the clue. I've just said the clue. How has Junior serenaded his wife? What would Junior have done to serenade his wife at his wedding? Come on, think about it.
You either did a drum solo or a bass solo.
A drum solo.
Drum solo. There was Junior. Big up yourself, bro.
Man did a drum solo for her, man. And there's a picture I've got of him sitting around. Now, I think it's on one of his DMs or whatever. He's sitting on the drum kit. Serenading his wife on a drum kit. Big up to you, brother.
That's the one, you know.
Happy anniversary. And I'm hoping the chat will be sending you pure love tonight, mate. And and I hope you see many more. 30 years, man. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Pearl anniversary, man. That's absolutely
good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes. So, Ez, sorry, we kind of interrupted.
No, that's okay. That's okay. No, that sums him up quite well. I was on uncle duties this weekend at my niece. You know, I'm an uncle 11 times.
Woo!
See, I got 6 nieces and nephews and 6 nieces. Sorry,
you don't look old enough, bro.
5 nephews, and one of them.
You looking forward to Christmas? You looking forward to Christmas?
Listen, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
That's when Ez flies out the country.
You see it there, Norms. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be logging on. You're not gonna see me logging on from a balcony in Caribbean or something.
Oh, yo, you know what I mean?
Just to say, yeah, it's quite ironic. I don't know. So listen, in November, is it around about November time?
Oh, I heard.
Yo. What we say, bro? What we saying? I'm gonna have to come and find you, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, likewise. You might even see me and Norms in the same room for the Norms,
bro.
For the
show. Listen, the mad thing about it, that hours might be crazy because obviously Jamaica is behind. Yeah. So I'll say no more. Yeah. So November, so D, you might have to control things for them 2 Wednesdays. So we'll be having a little bit of
for the people that don't understand, me and Norman, Normski are going to be in Jamaica at the same time. Exactly the same day we fly out.
Flying out the same day.
Unplanned.
I think we're flying from Gatwick and you're flying from Heathrow the other way around. I can't remember. But listen, we're hopefully going to land in the same country.
Yeah, for real.
So that's the main thing.
Yes, sir.
Leonie just saying.
Yes, Lee, big up yourself.
Yeah. What's this student said there? I did it, bro. I did a Cassiopeia cover. That's right. I remember Cassiopeia is a Japanese funk fusion band back in the 70s, 80s.
Guardian.
So Guardian, big up to you. Big up to you. Big up to you. People are giving him love. Give him love.
Yes, June.
Yes. So listen, let's get into the show. And let's talk about the weekend of football.
Yeah.
Kofi's not here. Chili, yes, big up to you, Chili. What you saying, man?
Yes, Chili.
I thought you was gonna,
you coming up here, Chili. With football's back now.
I thought we was gonna do a little surprise thing here. So we'll see where I go on. I sent you the link via email. So if you are gonna come on, man, it would be nice to see you on. But if not, then stay in the chat and chat. That's what you got to do, brother. That's what you got to do. But big up to you, Chili. Yes, what a weekend of football. And I suppose we might as well start off first of all with the season opener. Big D.
Yes, D.
Fulham against Man United, or Man United against Fulham. What did you make of your game? How did you think your players performed? And obviously there was some of your well, we'll say your new signing done the business. So had to do it, mate. You know what I mean? Because it was kind of looking a little bit peak. You know what I mean,
bro? Literally had to come and rescue the gig. You know them ones with all them superstars on there. So the new boy had to come and do a thing. I think shockingly that first 25 minutes we got run ragged by Fulham. You know.
Adama, maybe oil skin.
but you know what it is as well. You have delusional fans that try and dismiss that. This is at Old Trafford. They came to our backyard, run us ragged for nearly 30 minutes, and so it felt a little bit like same old, even with all the movements. It's like, hold on, guys, what are we doing here? And I think once we kind of calmed down a little bit and started to create chances, because we created a lot of chances now.
Oh, Bruno. I think Bruno could have
not clinical, wasteful. And I scratched my head that there was no Sancho in the team when Sancho had played false 9 in the pre-season. So he is pre-season ready, and you go and start Bruno in the false 9. I'm like, do Rude and this hate guy not have a say? What's going on? You got a natural forward player who can play the false 9 because he's proven it throughout pre-season. Again, his second pre-season on the bounce before the fallout, playing the false 9 and not getting picked in the 11 or in the squad. Yes, I'm hearing they're trying to move him on, so maybe it's like we can't afford to get him injured. But at this moment in time, as a fan, I don't really care. It's an opener. We're trying to win it comfortably and announce that we're back somewhat. Not back, but in contention of a top 4. And you go with Bruno. You know what Bruno's like, man. It's like you always wonder what Bruno you're going to get. The headless chicken Bruno, or the Bruno that actually slows down, let his heart rate catch up with his body, and make some sensible choices. But we can't be missing them sitters, man. Garnacho just swinging to there. It's like, bro, all that chest you got, sitting on advertising boards and crossing your hands, but a sitter of a tapping you can't make.
No, that's
and then I'm looking at Rashford. Shit with his left foot.
Yeah,
shocking. I thought it was shocking, and I'm not hanging him out. I'm saying again, the manager's putting trust in you. You're getting those starts like you did last season, and he cannot play Rashford into form. Rashford has to find some form.
Yeah,
I don't want to see 10 games in, and Rashford got 1 goal and 1 assist, and he's still playing him. I'll be like, no, well, what are we doing here? You know, because I'm looking at Ahmad, and I think Ahmad's getting set up because he's the better winger who's always getting tugged before Rashford.
Yeah,
so they're both on the pitch. Rather than you put Garnacho over there, you talk Ahmad again. So I think he's trying to say, okay, well, I gave Ahmad 3-4 games, he didn't score. Not for the want of trying. I think he's been pretty decent.
Do you think he's protecting him though, D, from injuries?
Who, Ahmad?
Yeah, because he knows he's one of your better players, so you'd rather take him off rather than him overdo it. Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah, but like I said to you guys, Rashford is the guy. He is Mr. Old Trafford. If he thinks that I'm always going to get picked, because of my money, he ain't got the bottle to stop me, unless I'm really having a stinker, then we spoke about it last week, where's the motivation on that big money?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, D, because there's still fans. There are some fans, maybe a small faction of them, still feel that he doesn't look like he wants to be at the club. Even some pundits have been calling him out again. So it just seems like it's the same old. And as you rightly said, he has to play himself into form, not the. I mean, I don't know if he's the sort of player that needs an arm around the shoulder. Maybe he does, but you can't keep coming in every season and say, "Oh, Rashford's got to do it again," because they're saying that. I think you said it as well, and JP said it on our chats that. He's got to do something this season. If he doesn't do it, then he needs to just go.
Problem because he needs to get back in the England squad.
Yeah,
which means he's got to perform for Man United.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're going to say, you know what? There's other guys in lesser clubs outperforming him that will go to the World Cup. And so I think he knows, and maybe it's that pressure. Maybe if he was away from home, first game at home, 77,000, bro, on a Friday night.
Yeah.
We're still a big club. Let's not make that mistake.
100%.
77,000 fans on a Friday night, gents.
Jeez.
After a hard week's work.
Mm-hmm.
Not even had a sleep in and then get there for midday on a Saturday. That's a Friday night after a full week of collars. So the fan base is fan basing. These guys have got to step up and respect what the fans are doing. Showing out like that on a Friday night, and we had to drag this man off the bench that is not fully fit to get us out of jail. Horror show. But you know what? I'm taking the 3 points. I'm not going to be grateful for that.
Clean sheet.
And the clean sheet. Yeah. I mean, you know what? And special mention, man, because we hammer him when he's poor. But Harry Maguire, my brethren.
Bro.
He had a blinder, mate.
Mate, listen.
He had a blinder. I'm not even going to...
No, he did. I was pleasantly surprised, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I've been a critic of Harry, as you guys know. But when it comes to giving his dues, I'm giving his dues. I ain't going to mug him off. He was solid.
Yeah.
And people are saying now, does he deserve to get dropped for De Ligt against Brighton at the weekend after that performance? And maybe not. I think he's earned another start. And you ease De Ligt in, Leacher is Leacher. He can be erratic. He got dashed down by the first one. Then the next one, he angled him and said, listen, go back to the gym. Tell him to go to the gym.
He said that in his post-match, didn't he? He said that in his post-match. But I'll tell you what.
Relax, Leacher.
I'm not going to lie, though. I mean, look, Fulham, in some cases, because what Fulham were just doing was hitting you on the break. You know what I mean? And that Adama Traore, mate, God damn. That man
just got to buy some finishing boots, and
he just frustrated.
From nice predators of fun.
If we had some end product, man, he could be playing for a top 10 side. Bro, he's just frustrating to watch. You know what I mean?
He is.
All that baby oil, man, on his.
You know the ones, no.
But look. Listen, at the end of the day, you got a clean sheet, and you at the end of the day, you deserve to win it. I think when you look at the whole game in itself, you had the more chances and stuff like that. Smith Rowe made his debut for Fulham.
Yeah, that's right. I
think he got dragged after about 60, 70 minutes or something like that. I can't remember. Didn't really, you know what I mean? He didn't really kind of impressed for me, personally speaking. But listen, it's gonna take time. But
he got to settle in, and he's got a bed in.
Our coach says he's gonna have to miss the show. He just sent a text.
No worries.
Yeah,
and a special shout out to the new right back as well. It's this brother just played like he'd been there for a few years.
Masari, is it Masari?
Yeah.
Less resistance. He can go wide. He can invert. I was like, bro. He wasn't playing like he was nervous. It was actually really refreshing to see. So all the guys that were kind of getting their feelings. It's one game, so I'm not gonna get carried away. But in that one game, he showed me he can offer a lot. And apparently he can play both sides as well.
And that's really good to have that option. Very calm on the ball.
I think what's going to be interesting, Norm, is starting lineup for the Brighton game after what we saw. Does Ahmad keep his spot? Does Rashford keep his spot? You know what I mean? Does he start Zersic? Because I don't really want to see Bruno or Mason Mount pretending that because they kept swapping over. Then that they're both false nines. They're not horrible to watch. And like I say, not being clinical. This hurt us badly last season. This has to stop. We have to take our chances. Take a deep breath and shoot. Stop. It's just panic. It's mad. It's like you're there. I mean, Garnacho could have taken twice. He could have taken a touch. Same as Rashford. You're like, guys, you're at home. You got the crowd cheering you on. It's not like you're getting abused from a 90% away fan base. You're at home and you're still panicking. It was a little bit scary to watch, actually. And I just think that we can't have 6-7 chances and score one goal, especially when 3 of them were nearly tap-ins. It's a little bit concerning. So I'd like to see Zersic start. That doesn't mean he's going to start him. You know what this manager's like. It's stubborn to a fault. He may say he's easing him in. I don't think he's easing in.
So do you think then that he might pursue with this false nine for a little while?
Yeah, it won't surprise me. It's what he does, and then he'll start throwing that. Well, I got a striker injured. My main guy's injured, even though I don't think he should be the main guy. I think he's still an understudy to somebody. And I'll say it again: go get Ivan, man. Just go get him.
You know what?
He wants to move, doesn't he? He wants to move.
I mean, that situation with Ivan. Because a lot of people are asking the question, why is it that he hasn't been sort of taken by the likes of us? He was linked with us, Chelsea, obviously.
Yes.
Number 9.
Yeah.
Man U need a number. And some people, I mean, listen, it was said that when he had a meeting with Arteta, he didn't go down too well, didn't like his attitude. Some people put it down to the fact that because of his age, PSR, FFP, a number of things. Now, I think Thomas Frank came out because when I saw the game with Brentford and Crystal Palace, I was like, what's going on here? Like, you know what I mean?
He's not on it.
Yeah, because I didn't actually look at the team sheet. I just was watching the game. I think I can't see Ivan. Where's Ivan? I thought, he must be on the bench. Didn't see him on the bench. And then it was obviously said before the game that, there's some transfer interests and so all of a sudden you're trying to think, I wonder if it's Chelsea. Chelsea want everybody. Do you know what I mean? It looks like it's Al Ally club. I think that's the club that Marvis plays for. I don't know if there's what the fee is. Some people are saying between 50 and 60 mil. He could, like his wages, I think he's currently on around about 20, maybe 30,000 a week, which when you
wages
think about
are low, isn't it?
They're low. And he could get 10 times that. He could get 10 times that if he goes.
And maybe that's his stumbling block, no. Well, that he probably wants 10 times that.
You got to remember,
he probably wants like 200. Last contract, isn't it?
He's been there since they've come up.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they've kept him on low wages or been able to keep him on low wages.
Yeah.
But we saw in Bromwell, they've done quite well because Thomas Frank came out and said, look, we've done quite well without him. And even when he was, wasn't around whilst he was serving his ban, they've done well. And even when Mbemba was out injured for a while, listen, they're still there in the league and still fighting away. And you thought there may be an issue if he does leave in the summer. They did get that new striker that they had bought, I think was it in the January, I think.
Yeah.
But then he got injured. So
and they still got Wizard as well, Norm.
That's what I'm saying.
Wizard's a handful as well. I rate him.
Yeah. So he's a good player. As you say, I would love Ivan to come to our club, but because we're still shouting out for a number 9, and I think that's probably going to be our downfall, and we'll come to that when we talk about the Arsenal.
Do you think, Norm, with you guys that Arteta's afraid to have a character amongst the group? Because Ivan is a character.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no reason why you wouldn't do that deal, Norm.
It's been said a number of times. I mean, on another Arsenal chat that I'm on, we have this debate lots of times about the fact that we don't feel that he can handle big characters.
That's what it feels like.
World class players. Whatever you want to look at it.
I'm not being funny.
Maybe it's the reason. I think he likes yes men. That's for me.
I'm not being funny, but look at Southgate. Like Southgate took him. Southgate explained to him how he's going to get used, and Ivan was called to be amongst the England squad to get to a final. So, like, if Southgate can do it, why can't Arteta? That doesn't make any sense.
I think
he lives in London.
Thomas Frank can do it. Thomas Frank has a problem with Ivan, and off the pitch is off the pitch. No one can control what a man does outside of that. But in business, he's got the best out of him at Brentford. And they're
all the way from Dubai, man. We say, man. We say, man. I noticed that the Chelsea faithful man is coming on.
Dave in the house.
Big David Chelsea is coming on to support his fellow Chelsea man. Big up to you. I see you put Cole Palmer on your Insta story. Young PFA Player of the Year. And first of all, let me just say, well done to Cole Palmer.
Yeah, big up himself, man.
27, was it? Well, in all competitions, 40 GA, ridiculous.
Wow. That's mad, isn't it?
You know, absolutely brilliant. And big up to Foden for getting the PFA Player of the Year. And I think he deserves it. You know, he had 27 GA, 27 GA just in the Premier League.
Wow. Yeah,
27 GA.
Man like Bill.
And, you know, Haaland missed 2 months. Still ended up as the top goal scorer with 27 goals.
Mad, isn't it?
Ridiculous. And not only Haaland, let me just say something else about Haaland's stats. 100 games or 101 games, 91 goals.
Yeah.
Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah.
And obviously, that 91st goal or 92nd goal came against Chelsea. What a goal it was.
Yeah.
You know, but we'll talk about Essex games when we come to that. But yeah, big up to you, Dave, man. And I hope you enjoy the show. I know it's a bit late over there. But yeah, man, big up to you, brother. Eddie Reese on 100 a week each. Tony 200 plus bonuses a week. 40 mil is worth more than us now. I've currently true.
Yeah.
I just don't know why we are messing about, and I think this is the reason why I just don't think we're gonna get it over the line, because I know some people say, well, you know, Arsenal have scored X amount of goals. Why do you need that striker, that gunman? Yeah, we might get goal. I look at Arsenal back in the day when we had Thierry Henry that was bagging 30 goals plus. Yeah, but not only was he bagging 30 goals, you had mans like Bergkamp scoring. Yep. Yeah. Big up, Roddy saying, man, all the way in Birmingham. He's an Aston Villa fan.
Villa man, big up yourself, my guy.
Ollie Watkins, 90 goals, Arsenal supporter. No penalties. Greetings, brother. Greetings to you, man. Long time no see, man. And we're looking forward to it. I know you come on tonight because you know we got a game against you this Saturday evening. And
no penalties.
If we do what we did last season with Shevchenko at left back, man, and you've got Bailey running at him, we're finished. So I'm hoping that he will start Timber at left back. I really do hope so. Really do hope so.
Is he fit, Norms? Timber?
Yeah. He can't.
He's fit. Yeah.
He's fit.
Cool.
I play him because my man would get run ragged. He got run ragged by Bailey, and he got run ragged by Musa Diaby, who's now gone to the Saudi league. So I can't have him. Playing on Saturday evening. So that's another tough game that we've got. Brighton at home. Yeah. Then we've got Tottenham away, back to back after that, Man City away. So if we come through that, bro, take my hat off for that. Yeah. And obviously, sort of just jumping them back and forth with the PFA. 5 of our players made the PFA team as well.
They were at the award, isn't it, Norm?
Yeah, so David Raya, Odegaard, Rice. What's that again?
No, I'm going to run some joke after you say that. Go on. Tell what you're saying. No, not you guys. On my guys.
Okay, so there's David Raya, Rice, Odegaard. I said Rice. Who's the other two? Who's the other one? Who's the other two? Who are the other two that made it in there?
5 players.
Saliba,
yeah.
Gabriel.
No,
Odegaard.
I said, did I say Odegaard? Yeah.
No, you said Raya and I can't remember what order you did.
So it was Raya, Odegaard, Saliba, Rice. Who was the fourth one? Fifth one?
I thought it was both your defenders, Norm. Saliba and Gabriel.
Yeah, because the other one was Walker and Van Dijk.
Was it Gabriel? Sure, it was Gabriel.
The other one was Walker and Van Dijk, I'm sure.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, I think it was Walker and Van.
Was
that a 4 or 5? I thought it was 5, Norm. I think you're right. I'm sure it was 5. Emery. This is the 100 million question, mate. $100 million question.
Bro,
mate.
Well, you know my thoughts on this, and you might all call me negative, but look, we go third, yeah. 1 point, we finish 1 point behind Man City. Don't win any trophies. Questions need to be asked. Real questions need to be asked. It's as simple as that. We need to make sure, as a team, that we go and win some sort of trophy, yeah, a domestic trophy, and we push Man City all the way. Yeah. I think we still need to go and get that striker, that number 9, that can bag us 20 plus goals. Because for me, Havertz, latter part of the season, fantastic GA and whatever. But can he do that for a whole season? I mean, in that game, if you come onto that game, when we played, listen, how you're in the area, and you've got all the time in the world, and you just decide to kick the ball wide. It was just like, what are you doing? I mean, fantastic header, brilliant header, wonderful bullet header and everything. That was brilliant. But come on, you put that goal away, that's it. The game is dead. Because after a little while in the second half, Wolves had us on the rack for a little while. You understand? Yeah. And there's a couple of times where Raya pulled a magnificent save, where he was going to the left and the ball was going to the right. So he had to adjust his position. Fantastic save. I think Raya, in that game, personally speaking, I think got man of the match for that because of his display. It shows that Wolves were coming into the game, but we could have put that game to bed. And all I'm saying is, if you go and get that gunman, there are certain games that you could just put to bed and don't have to worry about it. Yes, we score goals from all over the pitch, but you still need that one gunman. And as I said about the old Arsenal team, when you got Henry scoring 30 plus goals, and then you've got Perez scoring 15, 18, 19 goals, the other winger scoring X amount of goals. What's his name? With the what's the Swiss guy with the he used to have his hair purple, red. What's the Swiss guy? He took over Arsenal as a temporary manager from Switzerland.
Lumberg, yeah, that's it. Freddie.
So you had all of these attacking midfielders that could score you 10 plus goals. So we were scoring a lot of goals. And as mad as it sounds, yes, this last season was the most amount of goals Arsenal have scored, 89 goals, 90 goals, something like that. But we still didn't beat Man City because they scored 5 more goals than us, which took them over the line. You know what I mean?
And if you look at Pep, he's in Fergie mode. You guys remember when Fergie brought back Paul Scholes? This man went and brought back Ikai. I said, "What? Ikai's coming back? Get out of it!" He's a gangster. Pep is a gangster, and for free as well. I think Barcelona owes City so much money. He said, "Yeah, just take him back, bro."
Yeah,
when I saw
that,
just felt Fergie. Yes, where Fergie just said, "Paul, I need you for one more season, bro."
Yeah,
lace them boots up, my brother. And he came back and won the title. I think Pep's on smoke, man. He's on smoke.
Yeah.
And I do feel for Arteta a little bit because no one saw the Gundogan thing happening at all. And man just pulled that one out of I'm thinking,
it's over.
Come on, man. After everyone thought, you know what, City looking a bit vulnerable here, bam, Ikai comes back. Yep. And he's retired from Germany as well, no. So he's playing international football. Exactly. He's just staying fresh for City.
And he was clutch 2 seasons ago for them. Yeah, in the 2023 season.
And he was Barcelona's best player last season.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. What is he? 34, 35?
33, I think he is. 33.
Yeah, he's not playing like it.
Yeah.
So you know,
doing a Mudryk, doing what's the guy for the one that's nearly about 40 for Real Madrid?
Modric.
Not Modric.
Yeah.
Modric.
Yeah.
Not Mudryk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so it's crazy. This point from Chile goes, Haaland cost 55 million. We just paid 65 million for Solanke, who scored 28 goals in 133 games.
No.
Now, judging by that statement, Chile, I don't know whether you're saying that you've got a bargain there or Haaland is the bargain and you've wasted 65 million pounds on Solanke.
Chile, you can't be like that.
Yeah, because Chile has to take into account the English tax, man. There's always going to be that premium on English players, especially if they're anywhere near the England squad as well. So regardless of him coming out of Bournemouth are seeing it that this guy is on the brink of replacing Harry Kane in the England squad, maybe. I don't know. That might be the thinking. And
even before you go there, D.
Yeah.
Look, Haaland wasn't worth 55 million. He was worth a lot more.
Yeah.
It's just that in his contract, he had a release clause.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So Haaland was worth about 150 mil. but in his contract, he had a 50 mil release clause, 55 release clause.
That's right, yes.
So you can't even compare that. And once again, even for Solanke's not worth 65 mil. But the only way Tottenham was going to get him is by paying his release clause, which was above what he's actually worth. So that's a bit of a scuffed scenario. But at the same time, actually, look, Solanke's your best striker right now. It's not a bad punt. It's not a bad punt. He's not world class, no, but he put up good numbers last season, and he's better than Richarlison.
19 goals in the Premier League. Very good.
I mean, and at Bournemouth, surely with the chances,
you would expect,
and all the others around him can get him. You score goals for you. So, the market's scuffed, guys. These prices.
Yeah, very much so.
If you look at Højlund is whatever, you know what I mean, more than 65 mil or around the same.
We way overpaid for him. Yeah. What do we pay for him? 74 million euros?
Million or something with add-ons as well. It's all scuffed for strikers.
He had barely hit double figures the season before. And at least Solanke has hit double figures in the Premier League. So he's Premier League proven. I think you've got to give him 10 games, Chile. Give him 10 games.
Yeah, exactly.
And then come back at him if you feel that you've been mugged off. But I think it's a new team. My concern for them would be Son. Son don't look at it at all, Norms. That would be my concern for Tottenham.
Yeah.
Song is not songing right now.
Yeah.
So
I think with Son, I mean they got this new guy from South Korea, so he'll probably be like the one to step into Son's shoes at some point. But you can see he's sort of now on the decline. His legs are gone.
I'm about to say he already looked leggy in game week 1. That made no sense.
Yeah. I mean that game. Listen, if they had taken their chances, you know, Tottenham could have been 3-4 up.
First half.
I mean, they were literally camped in. I lost count of how many corners they had, but then Jamie Vardy knocking on 39, carried an injury. And he goes and does that. He always does that.
No, there's a picture or a video of him in the tunnel, right? He's in the tunnel, clapping a Mars bar on a Red Bull, bruh. No lie. I said, this brother's wild.
And did you see after? Did you see what he did?
Yeah.
When he pointed to his
badge. To the badge,
What
title is it?
In other words,
relax.
I thought this guy, man, he was mugging off.
He did it. He done you look like a kipper, Chile. Honestly, man, it was mad.
And this is the problem: is that Tottenham just did not finish. They had the chance to finish them off, and they just didn't finish them off. And it's come back to bite. And the mad thing about it is that Jamie could have got the winner. He could have got the winner.
Yes, he could have.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So that one, and that was the Monday Night Football. So
you could see how annoyed he was with himself, Norm.
Because
he knew he should have finished it. Yeah.
Well, but they done well. They done well, Leicester. They held
their own.
Yeah. Considering what's
very compact them, as well.
Yeah,
in defense, very compact.
What's hanging over them with the charges, where they could end up getting points deducted.
Hey, that's a good point, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's
so we'll see what happens there. But listen, they get a nice 1-1 draw. Yeah, and they move on. As I said, I kind of touched on the Arsenal game. 2-0 winners, comfortable win in the end. I
thought could have been more as well, Norm.
Could have been more, as I say, could have been more, needing that clinical striker to do the business. I felt, as I said, David Ray, I think, was probably our man of the match. Now, as crazy as it sounds, it's not because we was under siege or anything like that. It was just because at 1-0, right? At 1-0, if that goal goes in, could be a different kettle of fish. Pressure of first game back at the Emirates. First, you want to go on because we should have won that game comfortably. We should have won that game comfortably, and that's why I'm just saying we need a banksman. And as rightly said, you had that easy chance where Havertz just had to just curl it in, and he curls it about 5 foot wide. I just know what he was doing. But what a goal by Havertz, man! What a goal by Saka! What a goal by Saka.
Oh, yeah. Saka's business as usual. Business as usual. It gets an assist. And, you know, he comes on that usual left foot and you think he's going to bang it top bins in the left-hand side. No. He bangs it near post. And the keeper wasn't expecting, because the keeper was probably expecting to bang it there. And
just the way he cut in, isn't it? The way he cut in, you thought.
You don't let it come in on his left foot. Yeah. I've got concerns over Martinelli, though, guys. I don't know what you think. And watching Martinelli, the fans are putting a bit of pressure on Martinelli. He has to produce this season. Now, some people are saying that, you know, because you've got Shevchenko over the left-hand side, that's not really helping him, because whereas when you had Granit Xhaka playing there, I think that's when you saw the best of Martinelli, because you had Granit Xhaka overlapping there and they linked up really well. And one of the points that a lot of fans are making, and fans that are not deluded and fans that are like pundits are looking at and saying that left side doesn't get the justice it needs to get in terms of, you know, because you get Odegaard. When you pick Odegaard is obviously left-footed, but he's always on the right-hand side. And the right-hand side is a lot more stronger than the left-hand side, because, as I said, Shevchenko, one, he can't defend. Two, he doesn't overlap. Yes, he cuts in, but he doesn't overlap because he doesn't give Martinelli the option. So a lot of the time, Martinelli has also been coming back and defending for him. So after time, man is either going down cramp or some sort of muscle injury. If we get this Moreno deal that's been going on for the last 2 months, I don't know what is happening with it. Apparently, the president is over to wrap up deals. We haven't even submitted the last bid was rejected, 29 point something million. Now, Real Sociedad want 40 million euros, which is about 35 million pounds. Right? How has this protracted deal gone on so long? I mean, it's not like it's a
it doesn't make any sense.
I just don't get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they're saying they want to get this one over before they bring in anybody else. Now, we've got a situation with Eddie Nketiah. I'm hearing, I don't know how true it is. I saw stuff on social media that the exec box, I saw man's going in there, taking out stuff and taking down pictures and whatnot. The possibilities of Eddie Nketiah going to Nottingham Forest. They put in a £25 million bid with plus add-ons. Yeah, Arsenal want around about 30 to 35 mil. All right, that's what they want. And so you have this situation where I know Nottingham Forest are looking at the Santiago Jimenez from Feyenoord. Now, he scored 23 goals last season. I think they put in a bid for about 21 million.
Right.
I think Feyenoord want about 30 million pounds for him. Okay, so I'm just worried that he's obviously scored more goals than Eddie Nketiah. That's the first thing. I think he's a better striker than Eddie Nketiah. I don't know what Eddie is doing when it comes to these deals. I really
but no,
he's thinking behind how he's trying to wrap up these deals. It's just crazy, and the fact
he's not good. He's not good.
And apparently, Norms, he's probably on less money than Eddie as well.
100%. He's on about 33,000 a week.
Right, there you go.
That's what I heard. I read something, £33,000 a week.
And just like you guys, Norm, I look at us as well saying, yeah, you want this amount of money, but you got to look at his. It's like the clubs don't want to take into account how much they're currently paying this said player, and the player coming in. Just say that guy comes in and you give him a 20 grand a week pay rise, he's still not touching Eddie's wage.
No,
like you say, right, come in 50k a week or whatever, 55 a week. You're still 45 in wages a week. You're saving. And I don't get how they think.
Yeah, but I think this is what's putting off other teams coming in for Eddie, because they're looking at, I mean, his wage demand. I think he wants, like in the Nottingham Forest situation, he wants about 120k. So he wants an increase in his wage
to go to Forest.
Yeah, right.
Come on, man.
So that you can see why they're offering a lower fee. Yeah, because then they can then manage his wage. But if he's asking for more than that, we could.
It's delusional, no.
We can end up keeping Eddie, not playing him, and wasting £100,000 a week for the next year. When we could have used that money to go and put towards a better attacking player. So this is where Eddie, as Ed said, I don't know how he got what they call it, director of football of the year, whatever they some award that he got. How? Oh, because he got Declan Rice over the line last season and that, man. You can't come better than this. Come on, you got to come.
And he overpaid for Declan.
Yeah, because some people say, some people,
you're something right.
You know, overpay for him. You know, what
the
I mean?
thing is, this is the thing. If Declan had won the league or a Champions League at West Ham, then maybe. But he hasn't. So 105 mil, you're like, okay, yeah, English tax, I get it, but still, how did we get there? And so I look at the. You see what Chelsea's doing, right? Where the manager's saying, listen, I'm using a 23, 24 man squad.
Yeah.
Everybody else is training with the kids until they go off on loan, or we sell them, or you cannot play how I need you to play. Taking numbers off here, go find another club. This is what Arsenal and Man United got to start doing. I actually respect it because you start with dead wood that know that no one's really going to pay them that kind of money now. So they're just sitting back saying, well, if I don't kick off a fuss, then the window will pass and I'll still be until January.
Exactly.
So it's tactical. You see what's the name? Get himself injured at home, Lindelof. I mean, very convenient. Trying to get rid of him. Apparently his missus calls up just to let you know he's tripped over in the bath, innit? I was like, what? I mean, get out of here, man. These men know what they're doing. Phil Jones made this an art. He made this an art, and now others are copying it. Every transfer window, this man was injured.
Unbelievable.
Can't get rid of him. Same as Martial. Every transfer window, he's carrying a knock. Pulled his hammy. And so these guys are smart because they know that most places they go after that big contract cannot afford that big contract.
Yeah,
so it's a pay cut to go and play. So him going to Forest, he should be on like 70k a week at Forest. But he wants 120.
But this is what I'm saying, because he's used to that 100k a week.
Ridiculous. Because
if he does go to Forest, he will be the highest paid player there. Because listen, Forest are paying out some decent wages.
Yeah.
I think Hudson-Odoi is on about 100 there.
Is it?
They're paying some good wages there. It's not that they can't afford it. I think the thing that had them overhanging them was the PSR thing. So I don't know if they've got that sort.
And that's where they got to be careful.
Their owner is quite rich. So
this is how I see it now. If I'm at Forest on 50k a week, I'm doing nice. End of story. Not being funny. It's Forest. Because Forest is always going to be in a relegation battle. So if I'm there in a relegation battle on 50k a week, relax, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is 120. What are you doing? 120?
Yeah.
This is not Arsenal. You're not at Arsenal. You're not at City, Liverpool. You're not at, it's not a club, even though they've got European pedigree standard from the Brian Clough days, they're not what they were. So if you're on 50k a week at Forest and you know that most of the season you're going to be in a relegation battle, you have to relax and take that money. Yeah. Honestly, it's arrogance, isn't it? But maybe a bit of pride, but mainly arrogance.
I'm praying and hoping come tomorrow we hear news, that he's having his medical and whatever. But with the days dwindling down, it doesn't really give us much time. As I said, look how long we're taking over the Moreno deal. And if we do go in for, we're still being, lightly linked with Gyökeres, but I can't see that happening. I think what will happen is that, you know what? A shout because I was having this discussion with my mate about, he was saying, look, you don't need to go and get a world-class striker. You just need to get somebody that could probably bag you between 15 and 20 goals and can be in that box and knows where the back of the net is, because Arsenal do create and we do create lots of chances. Right. So he's saying someone like this Jimenez guy from Feyenoord, because he's been linked with us before, right? Scored 23 goals. I know you're saying, right, but
no. I'm saying he's a good striker.
Oh, okay, right.
He's
I'm trying to read the body
names.
I wasn't too sure there. So.
Yeah.
How much norm again? How much did you say? Or did they say?
Well, they want. I think Feyenoord want something like £30 million.
Good striker. Good striker.
Sometimes you have to roll the dice, no?
I think he's about 6'1", 6'2".
Right.
He's a good striker, and he's quick. He's a good striker.
He's 22, 23. He scored 23 goals.
Good striker, man.
Sometimes you roll the dice.
Why Arsenal maybe go with that? So if, say, we got rid of, my thing is this, right, is if we got rid of Eddie, bring this guy in there, yeah, and then next season go for Isak.
Well, maybe you don't need to, because if he rips up tree trunks, then happy days. And if he doesn't,
because maybe sometimes as you look at it, Arteta could probably develop him, and then you know this guy does the business. I'm just trying to think.
Well, everyone starts somewhere.
Well, look at Harry Kane. Look at Harry Kane. When Harry Kane first started,
came on the scene. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Went on loan. Yeah. I think he came back in under
That's it. Yeah, he did go out on loan. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Was it Team Sherwood?
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm sure he came back in under Team Sherwood because he was out on loan. Come back, and the man, look how many times he's got the golden boot. So you know what I mean.
Some players sometimes, like what D was kind of saying, roll the dice, because these players that we talk about that are sought after became that player by getting a chance. Kane was one example. Even Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. came from Brazil, and Benzema and stuff were laughing at him. They were laughing at him. Yeah, and now look what he's doing.
I think Benzema wouldn't even pass to him.
No, exactly. He was saying he's playing against us. You know what I mean?
But look at Ian Wright back in the day with you guys.
Oh, that's the number one.
2.5 mil, and David Dean said, they were saying don't go more than 2.6 if you have to. You imagine, and look what Ian Wright did. And so
179 goals later,
right? Yeah,
and then a more recent example is Jamie Vardy coming to the non-league football to Premier League, 26 to go and win the Premier League, to almost top goal scorer. I think he even got golden boot that year. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that's every day, but if you're not quite sure about the target you want, if there's not a clear Haaland out there, there's not a clear Harry Kane out there, and someone of that kind, go and roll the dice on someone.
Do you think Sesko, in the early part of the window, we was looking at Benjamin Sesko from RP's line. Now, what you're talking about is, because I was looking at it thinking, well, I know Arsenal need a guy that can be a bagsman and score. Now I was looking at his stats, and he wasn't like he was banging like 20 goals. It was I don't know if he even got double figures, and he wasn't even. He wasn't even a starter. Yeah. So why was it that Arsenal was so pressed on getting this guy? In the end, he decided that he wanted to stay, which he did, and we changed our objectives in terms of we'll leave that because. We wanted a striker. We wanted a striker because we was linked so hard with him. We was pushing for it at the start of the season. Yeah. Then he turned around and said, "No,
that's not even rolling the dice for me. That's not even rolling the dice for me because that one you're paying big money for. A rolling the dice is kind of making a fee that is comfy. If it doesn't work out, you're still not losing sleep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And so the 30 million marks, just under 30 million mark is around that. If it doesn't quite work out well, so be it. We still can go for someone top. But once you start paying them 50, 60, 70s, and then it doesn't work out, you kind of feel like you have to play them until it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because in the bigger schemes of things, like 30 mil in football is not a lot of money.
No, not now. You're selling Broja for 30 million to Ipswich. You know what I mean?
There you go.
What's the chances of Broja staying at Ipswich or coming back? And the reason why I say that is because Ipswich could potentially go down.
Yeah, I reckon.
Probably a clause, isn't it?
Man, Liam's doing. He did well against the Pool. You know what I mean? They eventually got into second and third gear, but I reckon he'll catch a few teams out, especially if they add more quality. You know,
he's a good coach. Yeah, he's a good coach.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw Amari against.
Was he from Chelsea?
Arsenal.
He came
from you guys.
Arsenal,
yeah.
I'm still waiting for Arsenal. I'm still waiting for Arsenal to say thank you for the 5 million we gave them to buy their new striker.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he looked decent. But listen, it switched. First 20-25 minutes, they were on them.
They were on them. They should have scored. They should have scored.
Then, you know, the
quality came through.
Cream rises to the top. And listen, it was Salah and
Jota, wasn't it? Jota.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You know,
it was coming. But they did well. You know, if they could keep that up, they stay up.
Yeah.
No, I mean that means they'll give mid-table teams and teams around them a good games.
Definitely, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I left this one on the screen. Dave was saying, is there anyone in United gonna get double figures this season.
Right. Bruno, because he takes everything. He's on penalties and free kicks. So I'm gonna say Bruno. I'm gonna have my hat on Xerxes to get about 12 in his first season.
Yeah.
Because he said it's a 9.5. So he's gonna kind of play the 9 role and a 10 role when he plays. I think he'll get assists.
Well, if you notice, when he picked up that ball, when he started that move, see where he started that.
He started the move, didn't he?
Started the move
and finished the move.
Let me just come in there. I'm not saying for the first time, but it was nice to see Bruno using his brain a little bit. Yeah, because normally when he picked that ball up, I thought he was going to play like a diagonal pass.
That Hollywood pass. Yeah,
and he played it down the line.
Yeah,
and that's where I can't remember who he played it to, but I think he cut it. I think he played it down the line, and I can't remember who picked it up, and then it went across. I think whoever picked it up played it to Xerxes. Xerxes then played it out wide.
Yeah,
because remember they were.
I think it might have been Garnacho. I think Garnacho replaced
Garnacho on the left hand side, or was on the left hand side. You sure it was it?
Oh no, it'd have been Rashford then. It'd have been Rashford on left. Because when he made the sub, he took off Ahmad, so Garnacho was on the right, wasn't he? Even though they swapped a few times, but Garnacho was mainly on the right. So probably was Rashford that took that out wide. But these are the things about back to basic norms. Sometimes a ball down the line, you don't have to go that diagonal Hollywood because it always gives them defenders an opportunity to just come back at you quick. So and then I would say, dare I say it, if Rashford gets out of his own head, Rashford could maybe get you 12 to 15. Okay, maybe 3 there.
What about Højlund?
I'd love to say yes, but I don't see it. Because he showed me nothing in that tournament, Norm, and then he got injured.
Right.
And I just think he showed me nothing in the Euros. I mean, nothing to a point that it felt like his international teammates stopped passing him the ball, and then he gets injured. So he's going to come out from that injury, and by the time he comes back, the season is in full roll. There's even more pressure on him because he's not coming at the start to bed himself in. He's coming in when we're probably maybe 8, 9 games, 10 games in.
No, if Tony doesn't move this window, leave it.
Yeah. So that's what I would say. Rashford gets out of his own head, he can get double figures. Bruno should, because he's on everything. And I think I'm calling him Jay-Z. Jay-Z could show us a thing in his first season. So he can get there 12 or 15.
Jay-Z, some people are calling him what did big Steve call him? He called him what's the guy that used to play for Tottenham? Tom Hoddeston.
Hoddeston, is that what he called him? Wow. Just that in itself should be motivating the kid. They're just saying, let me show you this city, man.
He called him he called him the Dutch Tom Hoddeston.
I tell you what, though, Norm, he's a big unit, you know.
Wow.
Like you saw him walking next to the players, right?
Yeah.
He towers over the man's them. I was
He's like what, 6'3"?
He looks about that 6'3", 6'4". Yeah. Plus the hair.
Ed, do you want to respond to Chile? Yeah, about the.
Is that Chile that is drawing to the newly promoted Leicester and the pension of Vardy scoring against him? Chile, I thought you was making investments, man.
Everybody, let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah. Watch. Ready, people?
Hey, Chile, that's cheeky. Chile, that's cheeky of you. Hey, I hope you do well against them. Yeah.
Leave Tom alone.
Tom's actually playing for you. He's a player coach, isn't he, at United right now? Huddleston.
Is he?
He is. He's a player coach. He plays with your under 21s to get them.
Did they win the year? It was like the EFL thing they won the other night.
I think they won it, but he's been playing with the under 21 because you're allowed to have one. One senior
older guy. That's right. Yeah.
One or two.
You're mad, D. Like you, Fletcher's son scored two goals.
Yeah. Fletcher's boy. Yeah.
Apparently, he scored a wicked volley. I saw
I saw the highlights yesterday.
Yeah.
It looks better than the old man. Put it that way.
But that's a technique. That's a technique United are using by getting ex-pros in their games so that they can marshal them. And so that's he's playing for it. He's playing. He's a player coach. Under 21. Good shout.
Where did Chelsea, that small team, finish last season?
I'll talk to Chile when he wins a trophy. I'm only talking to anyone the clubs that win stuff. I'm not talking to Chile.
Well, from Dave, made Big Edge call for prayers.
You know that once.
Yo, he was convicted. Right there and then. You know what I'm saying?
He said, Lord, forgive me for my sins.
Dave knows what's going on. Chile, it's all right, chill. First game in the season, chill. We'll leave you alone, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Show us your European Cups, Chile. Yeah, I better be quiet as well. So, but listen, let's move on to the topic of the night and this question. And I know D doesn't take kindly to people that spit on people. Right?
Spit on kids.
Spit on kids. There's the
allegedly.
whilst driving down the motorway. Right. So the thing is, does Jamie have a point about Chelsea when he says buying up players? The way you guys are buying up players, the players that go there should have a little bit more ambition and maybe go and play somewhere else. And does the media have an agenda against Chelsea? Now, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that has been going on with Chelsea. Look, you're selling off hotels, right? People are scratching their heads about that. You're selling hotels. How you're doing with this PSR thing and this FFP thing, I don't know. People are wondering, are you going to have a transfer ban because you're stockpiling players? You got players losing their numbers to the likes of Neto coming in, taking the number 7 shirt from Sterling. Sterling's agents writing letters to the team before a big game is on. The list goes on and on. And not only that, all right, it may be a fact. It may be a fact, right? But I think Sky have a lot to answer for too. Yeah, Sky have a lot to answer to too. So when you see things like this, all right, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, but there's a sensationalism behind this, isn't it? Why do this at this time? Yeah, right. We all know that Chelsea have bought the most amount of players. They've got a squad of 40-odd players, nearly 50-odd players. They've just signed another player today, by the way, João Felix.
I like João.
Yeah.
You know, there's a possibility that they're looking at Sancho.
I've been seeing that as well as
They might even go back in for Ivan Toney. Don't know what's happening with the Osimhen situation. They're the highest spender again this summer with 200 and something million pounds spent. They have the longest contracts remaining, 191 years. But with Jamie Carragher saying all of these things and saying at the end of it, he said a little cheeky thing to say they don't even have enough room for their players to change.
He hasn't got a clue.
I know it's nonsense that.
I'm going to let Chile first of all address Jamie Carragher, and if Dee would like to address him after. But I know Ez is going to come with the facts in terms of nobody likes to
roll the facts. Ez, roll the facts.
No,
Ez is going to roll the facts. Ez is going to roll the facts.
Look. Any people generally out there, but Chelsea fans, if there's a Chelsea fan out there that just comes on this show quietly, 5-0 to Arsenal.
Funny.
I don't know where that from.
What are you drinking, brother? What are you drinking?
Hey, maybe that's projected. Listen, if you're a Chelsea fan out there, you need to decide if you're in or out. And I say that because there is a media agenda out there. And Chelsea fans that are going to the bridge, if you're blessed enough to have a season ticket and you go there and the team's playing football and you're booing, that is not your prerogative as a fan. Your capacity as a fan is to go there and cheer your team on. And if they didn't play well, you come out and you've got so many platforms you can voice your opinion. But whilst you're at that match in the 90 minutes, you cheer them on. First day of the season, you're booing because we're playing the ball around. You're playing the champions. We're not the champions at the moment. You have to remember that. Yeah. Now, there's lots going on regarding the ownership. We had the best owner there probably is in football, apart from maybe Florentino Perez in Abramovich. Now, we need to remember that whenever them sanctions came in, we was this close to being liquidated. This close. Mr. Roman Abramovich chose these guys to run the club. And at the moment, it's all up in the air, and it's all this and it's all that. But we have to, as fans, not join these Carragers and whatever. As fans, you have to back for the club. And yes, it's all a bit turmoil, but it's unprecedented that we had to sell it. You know, you was forced to sell the club, and we've had to make changes because of it. Now we're buying up the place, and we're doing this and we're doing that. But somebody has sat there in their free time and decided to calculate everybody's contract.
Yeah, it's petty, isn't it? It's petty for me.
Someone sat there and got. No, let me tell you what this would have to look like. Yeah. Colwell. Sorry, love. Tell me how much Colwell. We've got 5 years left. 5. All right. Caicedo, how long's he got left? 6. All right. 6 and 5. How much is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, 11. All right. Now tell me how much Gallagher's. Oh, yeah. And they sat there. You just doing that. Look how silly that looks. Now we've just seen Gundogan have a 3-4 year contract at Barcelona and rip it up, and to go to City for free. That's how much a contract means. That's how
exactly.
The contracts are there on paper, but they can be bought out. They can be terminated. A player, do you know what I mean? So, anyway, we'll talk to Chile when he wins a trophy. Anyway, my point is that there's an agenda out there, and the amount of all of this that's happening. The other day, I saw people even include players we've sold in this number, right. And I caught them out. I was like, send me the list of these players that you're adding in your money. Oh, but he's not even an employee anymore. He's playing for Ipswich now, or he's playing for Leicester now. Yeah, and you've added it in there just to make it look more
just overinflated, isn't it?
It's overinflated. And I've now got my own spreadsheet, Norms and D. I've got my own spreadsheet. I'm watching what's going on at Chelsea. Yeah, I'm watching what's going on. I've got my own spreadsheet. I sent it in the group.
I know. Listen. I know. Yeah? Listen, you are on it, man. See, I know you work for these guys, man. You're on it, brother.
I'm only listening to things like The Athletic, Fabrizio, and Transfer Market, where the information is 95% accurate. And they're saying Chelsea spent 200 or whatever. We've actually, there you go, 202 million. But they won't tell you that we have made this summer already, and we're not finished, 190 million pounds. 190 million pounds. So net spend is what, 10 mil? Won't mention it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's too easy though, isn't it? It's too easy.
It's too easy. And it doesn't help that the rest of the market is generally quiet. Chelsea's doing this and doing that. You know, Liverpool still ain't done no business. Arsenal's only bought one in so far. You know, Man City's only bought in one so far. So generally, amongst the top 6, 7, 8 clubs, it's quiet. So Chelsea's doing a bit. Oh yeah, let's talk about it. Carragher. Talking about never mind about where they're going to play, where they're going to get changed. What a stupid comment. What a stupid comment. But I love
clickbait, isn't it? It's clickbait.
Of course it is. It is. I love Maresca though. Maresca come out today and he's talking like a Chelsea manager. You know what? No, he's talking like a Man United manager should. He's talking like an Arsenal manager should, a Liverpool manager should. Yeah, I don't know about Spurs, but he's talking like he said. I don't know what you've heard. Basically, I don't know what you've heard, but I've only got 21 players I'm training with. Yeah,
exactly.
Furthermore, I've told Sterling, and since you lot are all speculating, I'm making it clear. I told Sterling he can go. Yeah, all due to respect to him, but he can go. I've told the same to Chilwell. He can go. Told the same to Lukaku, Kepa. They can all go. I'm training with the ones that are here. And Potter didn't have the balls to do this, by the way. Potter was it's hard to keep everyone happy. That was Potter. David, do you remember? It's hard to keep everyone happy. And that's why you would start Ziyech. When Ziyech failed his move to PSG, he started the next game. He done the medical to go to another club. He started the next game.
It's a madness. And
Potter didn't have that.
Yeah, and this is what I liked about Pep. When Pep came in and told the goalkeeper, it's not the direction I'm going in.
Yeah.
find yourself another club.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, that's a bit hard, Pep. But then it just died.
Yeah.
Pep moved on and got in that guy, didn't fancy him, moved him on until he ended up with Edison. Yeah. And so I actually respect it because at least the players know where they stand then.
They know where they
the
stand.
Agent, like he said, call your agent. He said, listen, I've had a combo. He's telling me my minutes will be next to nothing. I need out of here. And you get gone.
I mean, look, kind of what David is saying as well. Don't get me wrong. I like what I hear in terms of the manager knows what he wants. He's working within his perimeter. Look, I'm going as extreme that if the manager decides he doesn't want Palmer, so be it. But I tell you what, if you're going to say that and you're going to do these things like take Sterling's number off him and get him, you now need to show me results.
Exactly.
And show me why that was effective. If you're going to, let's go as extreme as put my best player on the bench, Palmer last season, show me why you've done that. And get those results to back it up. And I feel like that's now the next bit to Maresca's authority. He now needs to get us those results to back that. And the players need to... And you know what? I've seen already in 90 minutes against City, okay, I'm not putting my house on this, but I've seen a style of play. Do you know how long I've been looking for a style of play? Yes, sir. Do you know how long I've been... I've been looking for a style of play since Potter. Potter failed. I've been looking at it from Super Frank. Nothing there. From Pochettino was hit and run. Hit and run. That's why he loved Gallagher. And then now I've actually got a manager that's showing me an idea of what he wants to do, and I can get behind that. If I can see progress with that. And he looks like he's going to stick to his guns.
Yeah, I mean, look. In the press conference, and I was listening to it as well. The one of the reporters was really pushing him on. They said, you would you say that's what he said? Would you say that you're brutal, the way you treat your players? And he goes, sorry, what was that? Yeah. He said, would you say you're brutal? He goes, brutal. It's just about being honest.
Facts. It's business.
Yeah, it's business. It's business. He said. So the reporter kept going on about. Another reporter said, "Well, why then have you taken the number, whatever, from Sterling, and why you're not playing him? Because he doesn't fit that what I want to do. One thing that I can say about Maresca is that he has a clear vision and plan what he wants to do with the club, and I feel that the fans, as you're saying, they need to be patient." Right, they need to be patient because obviously I did hear them booing because they were booing because of the style of the football that he wants to play is that controlled football. It's going to be a lot slower to how you guys used to play under the likes of Ancelotti and all them other managers. I wouldn't even say Graham Potter and
no. They didn't have a clue. Let me address Chile. Chile, look, Jamie Carragher wasn't right. And the fans can't boo if they want to boo. That's not what I believe a fan's prerogative is. Whilst you're in that stadium and you can see your players are young, you can see that they're trying, they're playing for the shirt, they are actually trying to implement something, you cheer them on. Now, if you've got something to say something after the match, you can say what you want after the match. But whilst you're there, look, for example, you're playing against the champions that just won the league. What is booing them when you're 1-0 down at this point going to do for them? Are you helping them? No. What's going to happen is they're going to rush the play even more. And then, boom goes the weasel, mistakes made. And that's where the second goal came from. Literally, they were hurrying us to play. They played, forced it. Kovacic gets that goal at the end. Oh, well done, fans. No, you go there, you cheer them on. You say, well, all right, we go again next week. Yeah, we're at home, we go again. We've got 37 more games. That's what a fan does. That's what a fan should do. And if we've got something to say, we come on these platforms like this after, where we're not affecting the players here. We're talking our minds here. It's a safe space, and we can talk about it. D can say what he wants about Man United. I can say for Chelsea, Norman say for... But if we go to our stadiums and boo, because the first sight or something we don't like to see, first game of the season? Sorry, Chile, I disagree. Sorry. Fair enough, if we get 15 games, 10 games in and we're seeing the same old, I can understand a little bit more.
Yeah.
I can understand it a bit
First
more.
game of the season makes no sense.
First game of the season.
Yeah, it makes no sense, does it?
Nah, give up your ticket, brother. You know what? I'm not even saying you have to cheer, but if you've got nothing nice to add to the atmosphere, stay quiet then. Fold your arms. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm sorry. If there's some fans internationally that will love to fly in to cheer on the boys, especially in these harder moments. That's where fans are. These fans are too spoiled. Roman has given them success, and now we think it's our right to win every single game or every single season. Of course, we want that, but that's not how it works. You know, if Chelsea get relegated tomorrow, I'm still flying blue. I'm not saying I'm happy about it, but I'm still flying blue. Some of these fans, I promise you, if they're tin pots, they're gone. They're losing their head. And as I said, you come on these platforms, and I could come on here with my glasses, and you guys can laugh at me, no problem. But if I'm at the bridge, minute one, even the players I don't like, come on, son, let's go. Give it your all. And that's what I don't understand. And then the media come in, and then it's just like a double-edged sword. You're inside your own fan base is toxic, and then in the media they lump on it. Carragher's talking about this and that, and these players they got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Sorry, just cutting, because especially because they're young as well.
Because they're young. Yeah,
that's the other thing. Because when you think about who's your leader, you know, you've got Reece. I mean, look, it looks like Chilwell's going to go. So all your senior players now, who's left as a senior player in there? Because Thiago is gone. You know, he's going to really have to. He's really going to have to rally around him, and he's going to be. You know how Mourinho used to be that guy. He will just take all the rubbish from the media. Take all the flack. And he protected the players, and I think that's what Maresca is going to have to do.
I feel like he's similar. I remember him telling off the Leicester fans last year.
Right. Yeah. I saw that. He did. Yeah.
I remember. They lost the game like 1-0 or something, and he said, "Look, that game was a massive game for the opposition." And you guys made it even better for them. The fans he's talking to, you made it even better for them. They won 1-0. Furthermore, don't come next week if you're going to make that sort of noise. Don't come. But the real fans I'm calling on, come and cheer on the boys and let's see what we can do. And he went on to win the league.
So how long do you think, though, will it take for Maresca? Look, a lot of people are saying, obviously, you know, he hasn't got the experience in managing at top flight. He's holding his second job. Will he be able to implement and get that over? I know you're buying a lot of players, and as he rightly said, I'm not working with 42 players. I'm working with 21. So he said, although you may look from the outside, it looks like a mess, but he's there with the boys, training every day, whatever. But I was saying to D before you came on, when it was in the back room, I think it sometimes doesn't help with the scattergun. I think the scattergun approach, the way the club has gone about, the way they're buying everything, I think that hasn't helped. Now it could be down to some fans might be jealous, even down to the pundits might be thinking, because they're saying that the way Chelsea are doing business is very scattergun. They don't know if their plan is to win a title or win a trophy. Or what? Is it just to stockpile players and make profit? And
do you know what I'd rather people
is there going to be a transfer ban on the horizon? All of this,
you know what people need
it's a bit of a smoke screen at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Media, fans, neutral, oppositions, rivals. If you don't understand it, I'd rather you say you don't understand it rather than make up this idea that it's this or it's that. Yeah, and I think a lot of people fall on the side of they don't understand what's going on at Chelsea. Say that. That's cool. You don't understand it. Not sure if it's going to work. That's also valid. But to call it this and to call it a mess and all of that, no. I think the Chelsea are making investments. And the last time I checked, if you put a pound on a stock, it's not going to become $1 million overnight. You know what I mean? This stuff they're doing is an investment, and time will tell. It's been 2 seasons. Okay, we went backwards first, 12th. We came forward 6 Europe this year. Let's see what the third one does. And that's how I'm looking at it. I'm excited by what they're trying to do because they've brought some really good talent. Has it glued yet? No. But do I feel like they've hired the right managers? No. I don't feel like Potter was the man. I don't feel like Pochettino was the man. But did he come and stable us? He did a bit.
Yeah. Towards the end of the season.
He done his job a bit. He stabled us. And Can Maresca now come and be that guy? We will see. So I would rather these guys out there that have the platform to talk like this. I don't quite know what's going on with Chelsea, but time will tell if it's something. These long-term contracts, Eve is a big telltale sign. It's for long-term. It's a big telltale sign. It's for long-term. So I don't think we have much of a short-term plan.
Chili, you need to back what you're saying. You're saying, well, all the fans that booed thought they had the right to boo. Why did they have the right to boo? What is the reason why they had? I mean, it's a pity you couldn't just come on and kind of
it's the first game of the season, though. Like, if anyone, it's like if Man United fans on a Friday night go and pack out the stadium on a Friday night to boo the team. Why?
No.
What's the point? Stay home and do that. Save your money, no. I could go at home and Shinnick and tell me it's too loud. Shut up. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't get why I would travel to Old Trafford on a Friday night to boo the team on the first game of the season. It makes no sense.
Maybe it's a Spurs thing, but it's not. Even Arsenal back in the day when AFTV and all that was going on the bed, that wasn't good. Now I feel like your fan base now, whether win or lose, you're cheering your boys on. Yeah, you are. That's changed, and I feel like the better fan bases are the ones that their fans understand that the boys are giving it all, whether they win or lose. I think the problem is when you've got people perhaps like not giving their all. Chelsea and the manager and everything's toxic behind the scenes. A bit like what Everton was going through a while ago, where it was genuinely something they couldn't get behind. This Chelsea stuff I can get behind it. These guys are millionaires, billionaires, putting money in the club. You can't tell me they don't want it to return. You can't.
I've got to run. My work here is done. So, in other words, Chili, you ain't got nothing to say.
You ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, you're all smoke. Yeah, you're all smoke.
Chili stirring the pot.
Man, just
there's no dumpling in this pot.
Edit. Dumpling God.
Yeah, man.
Big up,
Be good to have you back, man. Be good to have you back.
But yeah. So I suppose the big question is, after all said and done, I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how long it will take for this current team to gel. What would you say? Where do you see the team by the end of this season? Do you see them finishing in the top four? Have you got the quality team to finish in the top four? Or with all the noise that's still coming from the fans and them being impatient and the pundits still throwing in there the two Bosworth, do you think that might derail the situation, or do you think that these guys are going to be able to get through that?
I think we'll be all right if the fans could do their job as fans. All the noise would be fine. Forget it, because when it comes to playing at the Bridge, my concern is the fans are buying what they're hearing on Sky Sport, and they're coming and bringing that in the Bridge. And that's concerning. That will have a knock-on effect. When I've got my young boys there that are listening to the manager's instructions by being patient and building up play, and you're booing because they're taking too long, and then they force it and concede, that is literally we become 10 men. You know what I mean? You're meant to be the 12th player as fans. Now, I've said enough on fans. I feel like we have to finish top four because the manager said that he believes this team is good enough to finish top four before we made any signings. So that's I wish he didn't say that, but now I have to go, okay, well, if the team is good enough to finish top four, we didn't. I've got to look at you, mate. Not just that, we've given him João Felix now, Neto, that's a needle mover. Neto is a needle mover.
Let's hope he stays fit. That's only free. Let's hope he stays fit.
If he stays fit,
he's going to play a lot of games because he's not going to be a bench player. He's going to be a starter, isn't he?
João Felix, we've got for a great deal at 45 million or whatever. Keeping in mind, Benfica paid 126 million euros for this kid 4 years ago. 4 years ago. 126 million euros. We've got him for 45, and he's a good player. He had a good spell here last time. He was just in a bad place. And then if they bring in someone like Osimhen, wow, Now you're giving us no choice. So I would say come back to me again when the windows close next week. But ultimately, I think top 4 is what I'm looking for.
You know, and I think that's the same. I think that's the same for us.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna have to assess it when the window's closed.
When the window's done,
I'm pulling out whatever hair that I've got in my head because you know what I mean. It's frustrating because, as I said, we've been linked with Maresca for the longest time, thinking that the deal is over the line when we actually, in effect, haven't even put in a bid. Well, we have put in a bid, but it's been rejected.
Well, the president said, the president of Real Sociedad said, we will accept the bid when the money's right, or something like that. He said that earlier in the week, like Monday or something. So
apparently he's over. So we'll see what happens. If we can wrap up the deal before the weekend, it leaves us with 7 days or so. It might be that Arsenal have got something in the department and they're working on an attacking player, and they're probably just going to drop it on us on deadline day. I don't know, but that's where I think we're going to fall short again. But look, all I can do, as you say, is whilst the team is playing, back them. Yeah, but if we fall short, it's going to be down to Edu, the Cronkies. I wouldn't even put it down to Arteta in that sense, because maybe Arteta is saying, "Give me a striker," but because of why Arsenal ain't got no money, I have not got a Scooby-Doo. But it is
maybe it's PS. The only thing I can think
is putting on us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe, and maybe that's why the sale of Eddie and maybe Nelson, because that's pure profit.
Yeah, and, I think. Do you think, in your personal opinion, do you think Eddie and Nelson will be at the club at the end of this window?
They shouldn't be, and I'm gonna go. At least one of them goes. I think Eddie goes. I think Nottingham Forest are close enough to get that deal done, but I don't understand why Arsenal are waiting up for more money than you sold Balogun for. You know, I feel like, you know, Balogun's price was even less than he should have been gone for, but Eddie's is about right. You know, so
I mean, 25 mil. I think 25 mil.
Take that.
Is reasonable. Do you know what I mean? But you've got a lot of Arsenal know, advisors and people that obviously look at the books. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But if you're if you're serious about strengthening, then you get it done. You get it done and move on to the next. You know what I mean? You just draw a line under it and say, we made a mistake with that big contract. Hasn't worked out for him. Let's move on and compete with City. Yeah, I just don't get. You know, because what will happen is you might end up panic buying on the last day of the window, and then you get someone that you didn't really want, which
we've done in the past.
Yeah, same as us. You're like just get it done early. That way, it gives you a chance to assess everything around you that you think you need. Just moving them to one, because I think Reece has to go as well. I think both of them need to go, Norm. If you guys are serious about leapfrogging City to being the team to beat.
And with Gundogan going back, Elkai going back.
That's a scary one, that is.
Yeah.
I can't believe they've done it. I know exactly why they've done it, but I can't believe they've done it. They're right cheeky there, City. That's right cheeky. It's just like, what?
It's another 115 reason why we got to look at this, isn't it?
Man, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, look, we don't know. We don't know what September, I think, is when the trial starts, and then we should know by January, February, the outcome of that. So we'll see what happens. But look, at the moment, City against... You had your chances, Ez, in that game. But City just looked like they were playing in second gear, man. Do you know what I mean?
They were. Let's be honest.
Up it, you know, let's come on. You know what I mean? And that's why I think, people said, oh, City haven't bought any players or they haven't done that. Listen, they got that Savio guy. You see that guy balling out? Jeez.
And he's just warming up because it's his first game.
Exactly.
So he ain't even know his teammates like that yet. Yeah. So, but I'm glad Jackson missed those chances. I'm glad. I'm so happy.
Yeah, because now It's going to push your club to say
Maresca can go
again because you see that talking about different shirts going and that the 14 is obviously gone to Joao. Yeah, the 14 has gone to.
It is ruthless, isn't it?
The 7 has gone to
Neto.
To Neto, and the 14 has gone to Joao Felix. But there's that number 9 shirt that's just sitting there.
Get in there.
What's going on with that, man? I'm thinking, Lukaku. What's going on with that?
Well, I've just seen something pop up from Sky Sports saying Napoli are in London to talk to Chelsea about Lukaku, and Osimhen might be the thing that makes them find the money balance. So I reckon. I mean, if Chelsea want Osimhen, there's no way they're coming to London to talk about just Lukaku without mentioning a way to get Osimhen done. Yeah. And Napoli, Conte said to Napoli, "I only want Lukaku. That's it. There's no backup or
this is it."
Yeah. And I guess with him, he won the title with him, and that's his case, isn't it? He won the title with Inter last time. He was.
So did he reject? Was it a £25 million? Did he reject 25 million?
Yeah.
What do you want? What does Chelsea want?
Chelsea are holding out for 30 million, and that's not far because we've made our money from loans. We've loaned him out 3 times. I've made about 45 million in those loans. So if we can get a 30 million, that we've even made our money back from the 90 million we spent. So I think we'll even take 25. I think we'll take it because we made our money back.
Yeah,
made our money back. Yeah, with all the loans. So, D, are you frozen?
I think it's frozen. D, come in and come back out.
That's what I'm about to ask you guys.
Yeah.
Turn your camera off and turn it back on, I think.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to do, but it won't even let me do that. I might have to just. I'm going to pause quit it. Yeah, let me pause quit it and come back, guys.
So whilst you're doing that, D, because we're going to just move on.
Sterling. Yeah. Sorry, I won't dwell on this, but the Sterling situation is tough luck. I think he hasn't been good enough to want to. You make a fuss about staying. I mean, Gallagher was arguably one of our top 3 or 4 players last season, and he's gone.
Yeah,
Sterling wasn't.
So that 23 shirt now is up. Also, isn't it?
Yeah, 23 is up. 23 is up, but no one needs 23. I don't.
The Jordan shirt.
The Jordan shirt.
I mean?
Sterling's on 300 grand a week to be trading by himself, stuff. So you know what I mean, he'll be all right.
So the thing is though, if he's trading away and he's been dropped from the European squad, where does he go from here then?
Well,
who can afford him? Who can afford him? He's got 3 years left on his contract.
Apparently, Sterling said today, or his entourage said today, that he's willing to work with the club to find a solution, which means that he will take a pay cut if the right offer comes. So,
right, I'm going to throw this one in there. I'm going to throw this one in there.
Oh, I can see it. I can see where Norman's going. I can see where Norman's going.
He's 29. He's 29.
Yeah.
Could he do a job for Arsenal? And I don't mean as a starter, as a backup, because even if he turned around to Chelsea and said, all right then, maybe he's got 3 years left in his contract, and I know Chelsea are going to want money through him, yeah, because he's got 3 years on his contract. He's on 320k a week.
Yeah.
He would have to considerably drop his salary, take that pay cut.
Yeah,
but I just can't see. But I'm looking at it this way: could he do I'm just saying, could he? I'm not saying what. Could he do a job as backup to Saka? Because he can play on both sides. I remember at one time before he left, when he was on his way out from City, Arsenal were linked with him, and I would have probably taken him then. But why? What would you say is declined about his game is?
No, I think Sterling is the same as the one that left City.
Why are they saying that he's? I just don't.
The thing is that City play tactical, systematic football, and they're all restricted within the instructions of the gaffer.
Yeah.
No player does more than he's told to do at City, and Therefore, Sterling found himself in the right place at the right time based on stuff that they did time and time again in training, because that's the way they play. Now, he's a system player, is what I'm saying. Sterling is a system player. And I think if he went back to City, he would be similar to how he left. I think if he goes to Arsenal, he will be similar levels to where he was at City. The problem with at Chelsea is he had no system, and that's where he gets found out.
Yeah, but question here. If the club, if he be patient, all right, I know at the moment he's training away from the club and whatever, but I'm looking at it this way. It looks like Chelsea under Maresca is going down this system route.
Yep.
So therefore, he could, if it gets there, what I'm basically saying is if he got there and done what he needed to do, right, and this season, you know, by the end of the season, Maresca, they got them playing Maresca ball, playing similar to Arsenal, playing similar to playing similar to Man City. He could probably fit that.
Well, this is the thing, but I feel like the last 2 years, bless up.
Yeah, man, bless up.
Up the Chelsea.
Nice one, mate.
I think the last 2 seasons, Maresca's noticed that Sterling is maybe just comfy on his paycheck now, but he can see that he should be more. I think for that reason, this move is genius. It's either this move makes him get a decent move somewhere else, and we've got that big player money off the books, and everyone's happy.
Okay.
Or it motivates him. If he doesn't move deadline day, Sterling comes back into this team trying to prove the world wrong, because he's almost been called out.
Yeah,
like that 300 grand a week, you're not looking like it, mate. Yeah, and he's been called out. I think that this is a win-win. If he stays, cool. Of course we have to use him. Of course we do. Not too much money. But I reckon the type of player Sterling is, he will want to prove some people wrong. Inside the club, outside the club, everyone that's talking about him. So it's a win-win. What Maresca's done. And it's bold, and it's a message to the rest of the players. Hey, no one, I don't care how long your contract is. He said, if it's 20 years, if I don't like you, don't. So that kind of kills that bit where we were saying, well, you put these players on these long contracts. Are you sure they're going to perform because they're just secure? Now, Maresca's saying, nah, mate, it's not me paying your wages. It's Chelsea. And as long as I'm here, you know what I mean? It ain't hurting me if I put you in that second squad, where I can't even know if you're dead or alive, bro. It's over there. So I kind of see what is done, and but do you know what's interesting? I know we're going to move on from Chelsea. The Maresca said in a Chelsea website, he said that the board want to push Maresca to become a better manager, and they also want him to challenge them because they're new. So I feel like some of this stuff he's doing is challenging them. He's like, okay, yeah, you can buy all these players, but
does that draw? Do you see similar parallels with Arteta in the sense that what I'm saying in terms of the fact that Arteta has a vision of how he wants to see the team play? Now, what I would say is that maybe Chelsea have done it a lot quicker in terms of buying
the money and
lots of players, with the money and buying it in a short space of time, because Arteta's been there like 5 seasons now, 5 years, right? So over those 5 years, he's spent 700 million pounds. Look, Chelsea have spent 1.5 billion in 3 years. So
for real, crazy,
it's madness.
Crazy.
But I do see parallels.
Yeah, I see a bit
in the sense that he's got new ideas. He's a young manager. He's worked under Pep as well. And the type of football that he wants to play, the Maresca ball, with, some people were saying that the players, and again, this is maybe Carragher and a couple of the other pundits saying that obviously you spent money, but they don't believe that you spent money on quality. They just spent average players. But that's neither near nor there. That's everybody has got their own view on that. But what I do see is the parallels where it looks like the club looks like they're going to back him. And it looks like they're going to give him time to get over and implement his ideas to the team, so that.
Well, they've also got a point, because imagine they gave Potter the players he wanted, and then he still stunk out the players. Them players will still be here, and then Pochettino gets his players with Potter's players. and then them players are still here. And let's say Pochettino finishes roughly the same place. Now Maresca would be coming in now with Potter's and Pochettino's players, and then asking for his players. So in a way, Chelsea's saying, we're going to buy the players that we think are talented, regardless of the manager.
Yeah.
And then if you can get some credit in the bank, like a manager, maybe you could argue Arteta's got some credit in the bank, but credit in the bank really is the Klopp and the Pep eras where they're starting to win, based on the investments coming up. Then you can have a bit more of a seat at the table between exactly who comes and goes.
Yeah.
You need the credit in the back because we don't know if you're even going to be here in October.
Yeah. And I just saying that this is my concern about a little bit about the way we've bought. We've bought heavily Dutch, right?
Yeah.
But then what they did is bring in two Dutch managers and make them assistants. So it's like, it's cheeky. So if he gets canned by Christmas, he said, Van Nistelrooy, you're up. Now you got a Dutchman dealing with a heavily Dutch squad. So I get it to a point, but this is my thing. I say, we need a midfielder. We need at least 2 more midfielders. And we haven't looked anywhere in the African nations. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh, yeah.
And we haven't looked anywhere in the African nations. It's always just been around that Dutch. And, you know what I mean? It's like we become one-dimensional in the way we buy. And I can't be the only one thinking that if this Dutch thing don't work out, we are literally an upside-down Dutch pot. You know the ones?
Yeah.
So it's like, I thought with players that may not, like you said, as players that may not suit a new manager's system, unless the new manager is one of the 2 assistants, which is...
Hey, it's cheeky, though.
Yeah, it's very cheeky. Yeah.
It's
I get it. I get it. But I would actually like us to look to the African nations for a couple of players, and I don't see that we will. There is. And if I see Arsenal, you guys go down that road and strengthen that way, then I'm scratching my head a little bit, saying we become one-dimensional because of this manager, and about he's still got a veto on certain things within the club. They've stripped it back a bit, but not all the way back to what I wanted. I don't want him having. I don't really want him having any kind of Fergie power in that sense, because he hasn't earned it yet. You know what I mean?
No.
You have to go and win
That's
a
right.
couple of leagues and a couple of Champions League to earn that power. And so, like I feel like the 2 assistants are almost like a friendly reminder to him to say, "Bro, we could can you tomorrow and we'd be good." Because I think that squad.
There are the assurances, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing there. But
maybe norms. That's the problem with Arsenal. If
I can't hear you. I've lost you. You mute. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can hear you now. Yeah.
If you do sack Arteta now, then the next manager's like, boy, this is literally his team. Like, who else is gonna play Ben White right back? You know the ones there.
Yeah.
Like, who else is gonna play without an actual number 9? There's very much his team.
Do you think club? I suppose they do it, but do you think clubs, even though the manager's doing well, because the manager, listen, at the minute Arteta, he hasn't signed his contract yet, but it looks like it's going to happen. But do you think clubs like what Man United have done? They're smart here, where they've got 2 first-team managers, right? Yeah, they turned down. It's turned down Burnley. He said, "Right, I'm happy to come and assist here." But in the back of their mind, they're knowing, bro, if it goes pear-shaped, we're not gonna get rid of us. We're coming in. Yeah, we're coming in to take over.
Yeah.
But do you think, in general, that club's future proof in terms of Arteta's been there for 5 years? Have they got somebody in mind? Because I think where Arsenal went wrong, when Wenger went, I don't think we knew who to get, because you needed somebody that was going to be able to kind of, because what you wanted is consistent. I know with any clubs that changes manager, there is a slight dip in terms of, the club, in terms of, maybe their footballing stuff on the field or just the way they do things, the profile of the club might change, or the philosophy of the club might change. And I suppose what you want to do is to keep the consistency, and I think that's probably what Man United are going to do so well. But for Arsenal, I don't know whether we've got anybody lined up of that kind of Arteta ilk. Do you know what I mean? Ilk. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So if he did walk or get sacked, if the pressure gets on him like next season because he fell off, fell short again, and they're baying for his head, who have they got in the pipeline to say, they can come in and keep the ship rolling kind of thing? Do you know what I mean? Because you don't want to have a drop off. See, like Man United now, since Fergie's gone, you haven't really pushed on as such.
It's been major.
I know under Ollie, you got second and whatnot, but it was kind of like.
But it was second and way off the pace, wasn't it?
Yeah,
literally
way off the pace.
Yeah. So it wasn't a realistic. But something I saw on Friday night after the first home game, it was Van Nistelrooy coming onto the pitch.
Yeah, I see.
Grabbing man by the neck and tapping man on the chest and man.
He went
and I was like, what's this brother? Everybody thinks he's slick, you know. I was watching it.
Yeah.
He seemed to have a great rapport.
Jet skiing,
he seemed to have a great rapport, and I just think he knows what he's doing. Like as much as he can be a hardhead, he knows that have those players comfortable around me. That way, if I back them to the manager, and I say, listen, I'm backing you. Do not let me down. I like that. I like that. That is almost like a second tier.
Yeah.
Like, because I think he's going to pull Rashford and say, listen, he wants to drop you. I'm telling him to give you another couple weeks. Don't let me down. Show me what you got, bro, because he's going to bench you.
But he needs to hurry up, man. Because, bro, his body language, mate. So, seriously.
I don't know, but he's clearly still upset about Sancho, because I think Sancho's probably told him, Marcus, I want to go. And I get it. It's like anything. Like when you got brethren, you want to do stuff with your brethren. I get that, but you're a professional sportsman first and foremost.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to. I'm not saying put the brethren to one side, but say this is a unique opportunity at one of the biggest clubs in the world, and you're sulking about your brethren probably getting sold because obviously he's lost Martial. Apparently, Martial was very tight. So Martial's gone. Sancho's potentially got 1 foot out the door, if not 1.5 feet out the door. And Marcus is looking around and saying, I don't love these mans like that, even though I play with them. You know what I mean? And we were talking about the PFA thing. Obviously none of our guys were involved. These guys were at Spinneyfields in Manchester at a restaurant called Tattoos on the same night as this event's going on. It just shows you how bad we've been last season, that none of our mans are even suited up to attend that event. They're all in their civvies going for a Chinese. And get you showed up for that Chinese, no? Get you showed up for that Chinese. Think about it.
What?
Get the weren't missing out on that Chinese, a Man United player. It was not missing out on that Chinese, regardless of its not availability. As you're on mute there, bro.
Luke Shaw.
Exactly. There you go. He was there. Man's taking selfies and signing autographs, So there's food involved. Of course, Luke's showing up. He ain't missing out on a free Chinese. I'm not saying it was free. They might have put their hands in their pockets, but it was like Luke Shaw rolled up. He's not available for the pitch, but he's available for the Chinese. Available for the eat up, mate. I think get out of there, man. I get it. Team bonding and all that. I get all that. I'm running jokes, but I was like, I need all of you that are not available. Maresca was there. So
wow.
Yeah. So I'm watching this and it's funny because a lot of the players were blanking fans around the
I saw.
Like just trying to get a picture or a selfie or
Rashford. I think Rashford.
Yeah, blanked. He blanked. No, he blanked. Yeah. But this is Rashford right now because I suppose he's saying you're all talking smack about me on social media. Now you want a picture. I get it to a point, but like if you're willing to stand out in the Manchester rain, then just take a selfie, man.
You got to drop that. You got to drop that, man.
Because
they're paying your wages, brother.
And that is it. That's what I'm saying. 77,000 on a Friday night, and you can't stop for 5 seconds to take a snap. It's a little bit, bro. It wasn't even like it was hundreds of fans. It just some paparazzi.
No, the ones that made it,
and a handful of fans that are probably friends with the paparazzi and thought, they've got heads up that they're going to be eating here tonight while the PFA awards are going on. But it was ironic that these lot have gone to a Chinese while a big award is going on in their league. It made me laugh. I was like, that's funny, man. But I get it. You know what I mean? Like team bonding, which we need. But wow, you see this here
okay.
now?
Let's get on to the last bit and just quickly just go through this. So we're back to what's going on results week. And this is the Fantasy Prem shout out. Big D, if you just want to just do a quick shout out in terms of how people have done. I think we've got more people in it this time, haven't we?
We've got 16.
People in it.
Is that about the same with last time? I can't remember.
I think it was
16. Yeah, 16 of
us. It could have been. Yeah, it could be the same.
But as you can see, early doors, some decent scores early doors, because it's very hard the first game of the season. You're not always convinced who's going to score, and just to settling in. So to have those guys in the 60s and 71s is decent. Yeah. If you're scoring over 50, it's decent in that opening game, because like you say, trusting managers not to pull players before 60 minutes, because that affects the scoring as well. So there's a lot of factors in there, but I think we've all got off to a decent start. Bit concerned about Andy with 35. Andy's the footballing man. Where's he coming with 35, man? You know the ones. But
who won it last? Who won it last year? Was it Mark Conley, or was it?
Was it Mark or was it Richard Tuck?
Oh no, it might have been Richard.
I'm trying to remember now.
Is he in there? Is Richard back in there?
Yeah. He's Richard is fourth. Is with the Coys.
Oh yeah, I can just see.
Yes. 64.
Where's Malcolm X?
Malcolm X should be showing on there, for something. Let me see. What can I move it? No, I can't. It won't let me move. Okay, she is Jay is 12, 46 points.
Right. Okay.
And
she was a little bit worried because I think at one time she was sitting about 4th or 5th, so she was like quite pleased with herself. And then when things started to go a bit south,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, she had a decent return from her captain. She ran with Trent. He got a nice 16 points. So So like I say, early doors, game week 1, always a lot of pressure just to get it right. Just to get a decent team and get 50 and over, which is always the aim for most people. Like get over 50 points and then start to if you can hold. That's what I've said to people. If you can hold off making a sub this one and save 2 or 3 the next, and then after you've seen how the teams are settling in, so you've really hit the ground running, then you can make a wholesale 2 or 3 month sub and change it up. So it's all about tactics in the early doors and not being left too far behind. So
right. And let me just finish off the last thing, and that's
with our one.
And so
I nearly come and start there with no points, but I'm so glad for that late one.
Yeah,
Jay-Z to the rescue.
Okay, we have a new person to the table, and that's JP. He came with a cheeky 1-0 to the Ipswich. I think he was trolling Kofi.
He could have been right. He could have
been, but as you can see, the prediction, what's going on prediction league table is back, and game week 1, as you can see, Big D at the top. I think it's just purely down to
alphabetical.
So technically speaking, I think Ez should really be above.
No, not me.
No.
Well, Jay. Yeah. Norms.
No, it wasn't me, mate. It was my son.
What's going on? This is psychological, This is psychological.
Well, don't keep going for Chelsea every week.
No. I'm back in the blues. Norms. Maresca ball.
Listen, as we go on through the show throughout the year, we are gonna have to think of another forfeit. Yeah. We're gonna have to think of another forfeit.
Don't worry, it's not gonna include me, so don't worry about it.
Done with the chilies, but going through the show, people let us know in the comments. Once the show is done, put it in the comments. What do you think we should have as a forfeit for the end of season next year for the loser? As you can see, there's an extra body in there. JP has joined the What's Going On Prediction League table.
Cool.
So, I had to persuade my son, and he said, yeah, he's gone ahead and done it. So we have 2 Mancunians in there. And obviously...
No blue Manx, 3 red Manx.
So we'll see what's going on there. But people in the chat, thank you for those people abroad in Portugal, in Dubai, Chile, in East London, or wherever you're there. Thank you for joining us on the show. Really appreciate the love. Please hit that like button before you go out on your way out. Please subscribe if you are. Really appreciate the love. Please hit that like button. Oh,
no, that's me. My bad, Noms.
All right, okay. Please hit the like button when you do go out. We go again next week. Game week 2 is happening, so please, people, don't forget to put your predictions in the chat before the weekend games. Tough game for us. We've got Aston Villa away. I hope we pick the right team. I'm hoping that we go with Timber at left back instead of Shevchenko.
Seems to love him, doesn't he? Seems to love this guy.
Yeah. So we'll see what I go on there. Man United. I think you're
Brighton, isn't it? Is it Brighton? Yeah, it's Brighton.
You're away to Brighton, and I think Chelsea. You got another home game.
Brighton look good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
We played them after Aston Villa.
We can't be careless, we can't be careless like we were. We got the 12:30 Brighton.
Yeah,
away at Brighton, the 12:30 on Saturday.
Whoa!
I'm telling you, this league got in for this guy. Friday night, now the 12:30. Not a coincidence, my friends. Not a coincidence.
Who Chelsea got? You at home?
Wolves. But we played before that. We played the conference playoffs tomorrow.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yes, conference playoff. You're gonna go and play. You're gonna go and play the Serviettes and the glass cups.
So Norski, I'm seeing that you guys got the 17:30 away at Villa.
Saturday. Yeah, 17:30.
That's a good game, Nom.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna watch it on my phone because I'm going to be in Wales.
Hey, what we should have done today is have the Emery Arteta debate, but maybe we'll save that for next week.
We'll save that, yeah,
because I saw that going off on AFTV.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see some of that.
Yard man and Robbie.
Yeah. He wasn't having it, was he?
No, Yardman weren't having it, man. Yardman weren't having it. As he said, you are deluded. I won't say the rest of it. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But people, please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you new.
Yeah, man.
We go again next week. Take care and God bless.
Take care, guys.